Hello and welcome to Camp Life Bushcraft. This is Tink, she's my dog, and we're camping in the woods. We are. We've got fire, we're cooking food. Happy days, stay tuned. There we go. So this is a plough point shelter, tidied at the top in the corner to the tree. There's plenty of room inside for me and Tink. I'm going to lay here because that's quite flat. I'm going to have a fire over this side just outside the entrance, and Tink's going to lay here. And we'll be right as rain. So this is dead standing. A few more like that. So I'm going to have my fire just here, just outside the entrance. I'm just going to dig a little pit for it, just to keep it contained. There is the entrance, I might end. So if I don't go beyond that line, come back here a bit. I'll just pile the earth behind it, just to get a little bit of a barrier. Do. Come on, girl. So good. Good fire lay. Start the fire. So I've got a new knife from the mother-in-law, which is a Mora companion. Thank you, Jenny. It's cool. I wasn't going to bring it, but I did. So I've split some of this down with an axe, and now we'll see how we go with general use. see how it makes little feather sticks. Oh, lovely. Super sharp. Pretty. So I've got some fat wood, which is resin impregnated pine. Just shaving. Oh, it smells good. I'm just shaving bits off. You see that? Just shaving it off so you get fine particles. It's full of the oils, which should take the spark. And then I can light everything else from that. A separate pile. Just using the back of this knife because it's the Gerber one. It's got a squared off bit on the end, which I find really helpful for the scraping of fat wood. Let's see how that goes. So my fire prep's done. I've got tinder, kindling and logs, so with any luck we'll get some fire. There she goes. That's my brace. Get these going. Sprinkle them. Over the top. If you need a bit more air, you can just lift up the brace. That lets the air get underneath. Got a point. It's got a couple of forks for height adjustment. Let's get dinner on. Okay, so dinner tonight is an attempt at chicken thighs sort of roasted on a spit. I'm going to put them on this piece of wood. And I've got some vegetables to make a kebab, which I'll do a similar thing and have it all lined up over the fire. And with any luck, I might not get food poisoning. So for those of you that watched the What's in My Bag kit video, obviously there were some last minute changes because I was at work today. It started raining So I nipped home on the way here and grabbed my Gore-Tex trousers, and I couldn't help myself. I grabbed my knife that my mother-in-law got me, the Mora companion. I was going to leave it and try it next time, but it was there on the side as I was leaving, and I grabbed it. So I ended up with two knives, which is a slight overkill probably. So I'm going to get this chicken on, and then I can relax. Although I've made a critical error, and I didn't check the wind direction before I lit the fire and positioned everything, and I'm sitting to the left of my shelter, and all the smoke is going left. It's going straight into my shelter. So I was thinking about that for the last couple of minutes, and I think once I've cooked I'm going to move my fire to the other side of the shelter. There's space there for it. I'm just going to have to figure out a way of picking up some of these hot logs and transporting them over there, starting the fire that side, and then letting this die out, because the shelter just is filling with smoke, which is it is what it is. I will try to remedy it. Alright, chicken sticks. Another thing I didn't mention that I always bring is a bag to put my rubbish in, so I can take it home again. But I thought that's common sense, and everybody did that. So what I bought food-wise is 2 bits of chicken, some peppers, some mushroom and some onion, and a tomato, and some flatbread. So I was going to vegetable kebabs all over the place, roast my chicken over the fire, and just kind of pick at the chicken, have the vegetables in the flatbread, and jobs are good. But also I know things don't always work out. My chicken just fell off its thing into the fire, which is fine. I fished it out again. So I'm a man of contingencies. I bought some tin foil, which I can wrap the chicken in and just put it in the coals, but I've rebuilt the spit for now, and we'll see how that goes. I might revisit how it works. I might just put 2 big logs and then just lay the chicken just above the coals, but I don't want to cook it too fast and have it, raw in the middle, because that way lies running out of toilet paper. You okay, Tink? You've woken up? She's been asleep. You're right, having a little stretch. So yeah, I'm going to leave the chicken where it is for now, because it's cooking slowly while I fart about with all this stuff. And then, come here, darling. And then once my vegetables are getting near to being up and running, I'll have a look at the chicken, and we'll figure out what we're going to do about that. I've got no idea of the time, but I'm getting hungry, so nice. So yeah, I'm going to get a shift on with this. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a funny one tonight. It's just such a silly mistake, that, putting the fire in the wrong place. We're here to learn. Tink's gone back to bed. No sign of any steak, she says. I'm going to sleep. I bought some olive oil as well to put all this in. And Tink is in trouble, because in my zebra pot, in the top, I put 2 eggs wrapped in tissue in this little bowl. And when I got here, I took that out of my bag because it was in the way, and I had my back turned setting up shelter, and she knocked it off and helped herself to the eggs. She managed to break them and eat them. So she's had a starter, but they were my breakfast. So we'll have to see about breakfast. There's my veggie kebabs in a hat. Just got to figure out a way of cooking them. Okay. I know they're over flames at the moment, but just let's get a bit of colour on them. No! Ouch! Alright. It's nice and hot. Best thing here are the mushrooms. They're good. And the chicken skin. Wow. You had your dinner? Didn't you? Last bit. I gave her a bit of yellow pepper. She took it and then dropped it on the floor and looked at me like I'd done something wrong. Is that what you say? You don't like it? Go on then, have a bit of bread. She's a funny dog. Mad Goose. This was recommended. Well, my wife bought me 2 beers and I had a choice. And one of my subscribers suggested Mad Goose. His name's Daz D. So, thanks very much. Watch out for the goose. Her hiss is far worse than her bite, though she might drive you clucking mad. Underneath it all, she's not that bad. Premium Pale Ale. Mad Goose is a light copper colour with a great hop character and citrus overtones that do not detract from the creamy finish. Mad Goose is best served with white meats or poultry. Well, I just had some chicken, so yeah, cheers Daz D. Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, that's really nice. It's much needed. I'm going to take one of the hats off. Oh, what a day. Yeah. So yeah, cheers to a chap called Norman Scout 1. He's a subscriber. I think he comments on every video I put out. Gives me good tips. And yeah, seems a nice guy. So yeah, cheers Norman. I'm up to, what am I up to? Just shy of 400 subscribers now, which is very cool. Some of that in part is thanks to a guy called Kev, who has a channel called Woodland Camp and Craft, but he has a Facebook group that I post my stuff in, and he does a he does a YouTube live chat, Woodland Camp and Craft live stream every Wednesday. I think it's around 9 o'clock, just before 9 usually. But yeah, Kev's a nice guy, and everyone on there is very friendly, and I think it's free for anyone to go on. You don't have to be doing this kind of thing. I think you can just watch and join in, or just lurk in the background and listen to what people have got to say. But yeah, nice bunch. Pardon me. Oh dear, yeah, so I'm going to move this fire because it's just filling my shelter with smoke. There's a couple of big logs on there now, and I'm going to put my gloves on and pick them up and move them and build it up again over the other side. The wind will take the smoke away so that I can get in my shelter without having watery eyes. I think we got a transported fire. There's a first. Awesome. That was fairly straightforward. I buried the other one, what was left of it. I dug out most of the ash from the shovel, and it is much better because the breeze is coming across this way and the smoke from the fire is going up and out and not straight in and billowing into my shelter, which it was doing. I think it's got a coat on. I got this for Christmas. This was from my wife. Lovely. I don't know if it's real sheep wool or imitation sheep wool, but it's nice and warm. It was in the car. I wore it to work this morning. It was in the car, so I wore it. When I came in, I still got my down jacket in the bag, and I still got a jumper. So I got places to go if I get cold. Food was a chore tonight. Normally it's really easy, but I got quite stressed with it. As stressed as you can be when you're sitting in the woods. But I'm happy now. I've got my beer. I've got my fire. I've got my dog. We're going to make our bed in a bit, aren't we? Oh yeah, I'm pooped. We'll get some sleep soon. Ooh. This is really nice. Really nice. This is my first trip out since Christmas. Had a couple of wanders about, but this is my first camp since December. I'm looking forward to birdsong in the morning. I can't see any stars tonight. I think it's overcast. Hat on. Sorry. Oh, you're not amused, are you? You're not amused. Let's go fortune cookie then. Oh, it's not broken. It is now. Where's my one button? Success is a science. Success is a science. If you have the conditions, you get the result. Anyway. Good. You alright, my darling? You're okay. So we're going to probably say good night, aren't we? Are we going to say good night? She's all soft. Yeah. We'll say good night, and we'll catch you in the morning. Hockey cocky. Say good night, Tink. Spot. Bye. Good girl. Very good. Very good. Yes, you're very good. Morning. Oh, what was that? It was chilly this morning. I woke up at 4:30. Yeah, I woke up at 4:30 for a wee. And had to get out the sleeping bag, have a wee and get back in as quick as I could. But yeah, inside the sleeping bag is still nice and toasty. And it's about 8 o'clock now. Since then, I sort of 4:30 or 5, I sort of thought, oh, I'm awake and I probably won't sleep again. And then I dozed off. I just woke up now and it's daytime. And yeah, I'm hungry. Oh, there's that noise again. So yeah, I'm going to get up in a minute. See what we can do about some heat. bit better? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Just do that. Right. Would you like some breakfast? Would you like some? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. What's this? Yeah, funny dog. Oh, yeah. For anyone that goes camping, wild camping, whatever, these porridge sachets, they say add milk, but add water. They're fine. It's really nice. So there's a guy called Richie Bear who contacted me to ask if I would mention his charity walk. And I wanted to have lots of detail when I did mention it, and I don't have it with me, but I'll tell you a little bit about it. He's walking from one side of England to another, coast to coast, and I think that is the name of his YouTube channel that he started just for sort of advertising, I suppose, which I think is called Richie Bear Coast to Coast, as in coast and the number 2 and then coast. And it's him and a group of people that are walking from coast to coast. I think it's going to take them about 12 days. And they're camping all the way along, and they're doing it for charity. They're raising money for Alzheimer's, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing to do. I'd quite like to do that walk myself, but it would mean having 12 days away from my family minimum, so maybe not just yet. It's up in where is it? They cross through the Lake District. It's a famous walk. I think it's unofficial, the actual path. I don't think there's a set footpath, but lots of people do that walk. But yeah, doing it for charity, I think it's pretty honourable. And yeah, look up Richie Bear Coast to Coast, and the details are on their YouTube page. I think they've got a Facebook page as well, a Facebook group, which again will be Richie Bear Coast to Coast. So yeah, have a look, and I'll try and have a look again next time I go out. Maybe I'll write some stuff down, and maybe I'll put a link underneath this video You can press on more information. I'll put a link to his channel there, so you can have a look. Whether you can, if you make these kind of videos yourself, whether you can spread the word. If you feel the need, I think you can give donations, you can sponsor them, all that kind of thing. So, yeah, have a look. Meanwhile, coffee. There's always talk of group camps and things. And while I can be sociable sometimes, I do like camping on my own. Or maybe, I camp with one other person. Never quite sure how I'd fit in a group camp. I see these people meet up, 10, 12 of them, 20 odd of them. I mean, that Woodland Camp and Craft had a Christmas meet, where they're up north somewhere, so it's a long way for me. But they, I think there was 23 of them, something like that. They had a big parachute that they gathered under, but 23 people camping in the woods. I don't know if I'm socially able to cope with that sort of thing. There's a couple of different people have mentioned, bushcraft, wild camping meetups, where you can demonstrate stuff and all, My trouble is I just bumble along, I don't know whether I could demonstrate anything, Someone said, show us how to make these wood carvings, but I've only just started making them myself, and while I really like them, whether with someone watching me, asking me how I do it, whether I could even remember. Because quite often, when I make them, I refer to, there's a dug outside instructional video on how to make a basic figure, and I'll get halfway through and think, I don't know what to do next, I'm stuck. So I'll go back to his video and just get some pointers that point me in the right direction. So I don't know if I'm cut out for demonstrating. As I say, I'm just a bumble along kind of guy. we're done. Thanks very much. See you next time. Come on, darling.